going to be a tough trip down to Tassie, Ange. Mariners obviously in good form, and Spessa said the table doesn't lie. They deserve to be top.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, no, they've been really consistent this year. They really haven't had any bad ones, so we're expecting them to be good tomorrow night. And you know, when you play at a neutral venue, it's always you know, a little bit different you know, for both sides, I guess. But you know, from our point of view, you know, we bounced back to form really well last week. Really pleased with our performance after a disappointing one at Western Sydney, and obviously looking to continue that.
You're disappointed to be playing a home game on a neutral venue considering the importance of it?
Oh no, not really. I mean, that's part of our strategy at the start of the year. We knew it was there. You know, it's part of the community round, and I guess from our point of view, it's you know, something we need to deal with. But you know, regardless of where you play, the idea is that you know, you try and knock off an opponent. I mean, you know, we might have to play the Mariners away in a finals game, so there's no point just hanging on your home form. So you know, we're quite pleased to go down to Tassie. Hopefully we get a good turnout, and hopefully it becomes like a home game if we get some good support down there.
Is that why it's so important to knock off the ladder leader this close to the finals? That you know, they're leading the ladder, you want to get up there and get some home games?
Yeah, look, obviously with the final system, the higher up you finish, the better chance you have of playing home games, which are pretty important. And but yeah, at the end of the day, it's 3 points on offer this week, and yeah, if we get the 3 points, it'll put us in a decent position to close the gap on 1 and 2. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We've still got plenty of games to play.
Are you expecting many fans to make the trip down?
I hope so. Like I said, hopefully we can turn it into a home game for us, even though it's not here at Amy or at Etihad. So. You know, we went down there pre-season. There was a really good feel, and you know, people were getting behind it. So hopefully a few turn out.
How much will the Mariners miss Tommy Rogic, who's obviously suspended and away for a trial now? How much do they miss him?
I didn't miss him last week, and they played pretty tough opponents. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on with the Mariners. It seems like there's a lot of bleeding hearts out there feeling for a team that's top of the table and been top of the table for quite a while. Not just this year, and I don't know, everyone's got sympathy for them. I don't. They're doing a pretty good job. If they lose a couple of players, so be it. They've done that before and recovered, and I mean, this is a competitive, ruthless business we're in, so you know, I don't feel sorry for anyone. I hope they do lose players. At the end of the day, that's the nature of the game. We lost a player last week that was leading the assists for the season, but you know, I haven't checked my mail, but I haven't got any sympathy cards yet. So, you know, it's just the business we're in. And, you know, like, as far as I see tomorrow, apart from their goalkeeper playing with one shoulder, the rest of them are fully fit and ready to go. So we'll go and tackle it.
Just in other transfer news, I guess, for you guys, the two young blokes, Petter and Julius, have moved on. Just a bit of a word on maybe what they brought to the club or what they didn't bring to the club, and hence their release?
Oh, look, that's decisions you make as a football club going along. I mean, it's the nature of our competition that with the salary cap, you know, there's a constant turnover of players. But the key thing for us is that, you know, they're two good young players who, you know, fell down the pecking order here. We weren't going to release them unless I knew they were going somewhere. We just don't want to, you know, we're very mindful of the fact that these are young men who are looking to make football their profession, and from our point of view, we didn't want to deny them an opportunity if there was one. If there wasn't, we were quite happy for them to stay out the season, but we'll always be honest with guys who are coming out of contract, or maybe guys who don't fit in our plans, and give them the opportunity to go elsewhere and continue their football career. So you know, both Peter and Julius have certainly done nothing wrong with this football club, and you know, once they got the opportunities, we weren't going to stay in their way, knowing, you know, that their opportunities are going to get limited here. And as I said, it's just part of, you know, being part of the A-League. You're going to get that turnover, but we're really, you know, it's really important for us that those players, you know, continue their football career rather than just get cast out into the wilderness.
So Petter's got something lined up? As far
yeah, from what I understand, yeah. He's got a deal in Thailand with Phil Stubben's teams. I think the same team that Billy Memmott went to, as far as I know.
Last time you played the Mariners, the boys were coming back from international duty, so I think Rojas and the other boys didn't really seem at their best. Just a line on...
Did you feel sorry for us on that day?
I did a little bit, yeah. Just a bit of sympathy, yeah.
Good, because I want a bit of sympathy, because it's all going the Mariners' way. I mean, Sydney's not getting much sympathy. Frank Frenner's had to play 16-year-olds, you know, 17-year-olds.
Had his 17th birthday this week.
Well, there you go. So, you know, I mean, I'm sure if I said to Frank I feel sorry for him, he'd probably told me to get stuffed. I know what Frank's like. He understands that's the business we're in. So, as I said, I've never seen so much crying over spilt milk over a team that's top of the table in my whole life. And I'll tell you what I'd do if I was the Mariners. I'd bank the money, some of it, pay off our debts, and the rest I'd pay Arnie and his coaching staff a big fat pay rise and tell them to keep doing what they're doing. They're going all right. So, as I said, I'm not, you know, I'm a little bit amused by the whole thing. They're top of the table.
Just on Rojas, since then he's really kicked on, hasn't he? Since that last Mariners game.
Look, I said a few weeks ago, I'm not going to sit here and try and say what he can achieve because I've got no idea. All I know is that he's continually improving and, you know, he's continually developing his game. He's working hard at training and that's transferring onto the field. And, you know, he's, you know, if he keeps doing that, then I'm nowhere near a good a judge to know where he's going to end up and how good he's going to be. And that's a positive thing. And I think at the moment that's what's, you know, keeping Marco, you know, his head screwed on right, that he's not putting any limits on himself. He wants to keep improving. And look, there's no doubt the team playing better helps him. Look, I think, and I know he plays the 150th this week, but Archie's been great for Marco. He's putting in enormous work rate at the moment and he's playing a real disciplined role for us that allows Marco also to excel in that. And, yeah, they're very much a partnership in the way we set up our team. And I think, you know, Archie's forms has been really, really good. I mean, I've been really pleased with his discipline and his work rate and the fact that he's doing that, I think, is allowing Marco every week more and more to flourish, you know. So I think he's benefiting from the system, but also, you know, from his own willingness to keep improving.
You obviously rate the Mariners and you're not going to give them any sympathy tomorrow. So I guess how do you break them down? They've been pretty tough to beat for a long time, but particularly this season.
Yeah, look, and it will be a tough challenge for us, and I'm looking forward to it. I always like playing against the Mariners because you know that you know, even when I was in Brisbane or here, that you're facing a team that's up the top of the ladder, and it's usually a good measure of how you're going. So that'll be a tough nut to crack. They had a really good win last week, and you know, they probably get Swanswhite back, who's been pretty important to them in the last couple of years. So it'll be a good test for us. But as I said, from our point of view, it's about continuing our good form, and I said I was really pleased with the way we bounced back last week, and this gives us another opportunity to maybe go on a little run and see if we can put some pressure on the top two.
Quickly, in terms of a replacement for Finkler, how's the search going? You've been linked with a Spanish winger this week, Luis Moran Sanchez, who no, he's not involved in Melbourne underworld dealings.
You said that, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
Any take on, you know, is there any truth to that?
No, I had a list of about 1,000. I've got it down to about 500, and I guarantee you, well, he's not on that list, so I'm not sure who that is. But we won't, you know, we won't make a decision until I'm certain that it'll be something that will benefit what we're doing. And you know, from our point of view, that might take a little bit of time. We're certainly looking for a replacement, but there's no hurry, and we're nowhere near anywhere to be interested in anyone yet. As I said, I'm still working our way through a list of people, potential, you know, recruits, and you know, that takes a little bit of time.
And just quickly on heading down to Tasmania, I understand you're raising money for the bushfires. I mean, it's been a pretty tough last couple of weeks for Tasmania. Have you spoken to the boys about that? Yeah,
it's an important part of it. I mean, I haven't spoken to them yet, but it is an important part. I mean, you know, we obviously Victorians know all about you know, bushfires and the devastating effect they can have, and you know, I was up in Brisbane when they went through the floods, and you know, the one thing sportsmen and sport can do is just maybe help ease you know, the troubles of people by taking their mind away from it and showing that there is an appreciation for what people are going through. And you know, there will be a recognition tomorrow night, and proceeds are going there. And you know, we're always, you know, telling our players how fortunate we are, and to always be mindful of the fact that, you know, we live in a society where people have different challenges, and the people of Tasmania have had that the last week or so, and you know, it'll be good to contribute something towards helping ease that pain.